The virus has ripped through his family. Felix's 40-year-old son-in-law is also in the hospital on a ventilator.
Yeah. Is it coming up?
Yeah, it is coming up. If we had a bed, then we would just take him imminently. But at the moment, we're trying to figure out which would be the best place for him to go.
It's the start of a frightening, often solitary and testing journey. Many patients have been here weeks, even months. Surviving this disease is one thing. Recovering from it is a whole other process.
It's great to see you're doing so well.
Dima was touch and go, but a week on from when we filmed her waking up, she's stronger.
It must be nice to be just sat up and out of the bed. Yeah, you're feeling a lot better. Yeah, we look forward to when we can talk to you properly. Yeah. 2 days, and then you'll be able to talk. Cool? Okay, I won't push it. But you've been walking today. Yesterday you started walking. Amazing, amazing. You are incredible. You look strong. Yeah, you look strong. Can you assess at this stage the impact the virus has had on her long term?
Her CT scan shows that she's had bad COVID pneumonitis. Even with the tracheostomy, we've seen that she's got strength. We've seen that she's able to stand. I would expect her to do well. But how that will affect her lungs 10, 15 years down the line, only time will tell.
Who did you have?
Even when the ICU patients are unconscious, medics are already working on their physical rehabilitation.
You're now going to bend this left arm up. You're going to touch your chin. And straight.
Physiotherapist Claire is doing what's called ranging, making sure the patient's joints don't stiffen up so movement will come back more easily.
So we're going to bend that up. Lovely. Can't let these knees, hips get stiff. We're going to start with this hand.
I noticed you were talking to the patient. Do you know whether they can hear you?
Sometimes you hear from our previous survivors, like they say they remember like hearing accents rather than actual words, but I just think he's a person, I'm going to tell him what I'm doing.
You're working in an environment where it's pretty much unprecedented numbers of people dying.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how that feels for you.
I think this sounds silly, but the worst thing is when we do our ward books in the morning, and it's when the amount of RIPs outnumbers the ones that have made it down to the wards, and I think that's when it really kicks in. And they're a lot younger in the first wave, sorry. I remember thinking that could be mum, that could be my aunt, and now I'm thinking that could be me, that could be my brother, my boyfriend. So yeah, it's hard.
And you're seeing those people every day that you're working on and really noticing the difference in their age?
Yeah, they're a lot younger this time. We've lost people in their 30s, in their 40s. It's heartbreaking.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. Take care.
Are you feeling strong? You feeling ready?
And this is why Claire's work is so important. A week on from when we last saw him, Nikolai is about to get on his feet.
Okay, are you ready? Off we go.
I was really taken back by how many people were so debilitated, like not just physically, but we deal a lot with the cognitive side of things, and we'd have patients who were like hugely, independent, like running their own businesses, lawyers, who actually were really confused and couldn't manage to do basic tasks.
Good, well done.
Good. Nikolai, well done.
But it does look as if the process of rehabilitation is a long, arduous one.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a marathon, that you have to train for. That's what we explain it to the patients as. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
All right.
Michael is also recovering.
You remember us? How are you feeling today? Not too bad. When we came back last time, you were on the video to your family. Would you say you're kind of aware of their voices? Yeah. Even when you were sort of semi-conscious, do you think you could hear them? Yeah. Is that quite comforting? Yeah. In a week or so, we'll have a proper conversation with you. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Hey.
For Dima, it's only a matter of days before she gets her voice back.
I can speak.
You can speak. We can hear you. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm moving up to the board.
Dima tells me she hadn't realised she had COVID and had got antibiotics from her GP because she'd been vomiting, but then she began to feel faint.
My roommates, they called the ambulance.
So you were feeling sick? So you'd passed out?
I don't even know, I just remember getting in the ambulance. And that was it.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything else. I woke up, I think I was here. And then I saw you guys.
You saw... The first thing you saw was Andy pointing a camera at you.
It was just surreal. I'm glad I'm on the mend anyway. Then I walked around the ward. And I just feel I'm probably one of the wellest people here. Very sad. That probably was me a few weeks ago.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of here?
I would like to eat some chicken. A nice cold ginger beer.
Step by step. Nikolai's progress is slow, but for his family, even this was unimaginable just a few weeks ago.
He was really, really, really bad. The doctor said was if he's doing a heart attack or a heart failure or something, we cannot do nothing for him. So we were crying, and my sister, she said, we should get used without him to live our life. And I said, no, we never give hope.
Just as miraculous is the transformation of Michael. The next time we see him, he's out of intensive care and a different person from the man whose family celebrated at the mere movement of his eyes 3 weeks ago.
And a very big thank you to all the frontline staff, the nurses that looked after me day and night. I wish I could mention all the names. There's some of them I can't even recognise.
Yeah, but they kept you alive.
They kept me alive, yeah. It's unbelievable.
The bed is ready for her.
Oh, she's
Yes.
dancing. She's dancing.
We've got a bed.
Finally, Dima gets to leave intensive care.
Thank you, bye.
That's the result.
Yeah, I know.
We're going. We're on the move.
I'll speak to the doctors.
She doesn't have an arterial line anymore.
But for Nurse Michelle, the good news of a patient making it off the ward is tempered by another intake of the critically ill.
I've had 3 admissions in 2 days, so you have to kind of stabilise them, and then they go for CTs, and then they have lots of interventions. So it's busy. Yeah, it's very, very busy when they're new, and then they get settled.
Yeah.
And once they're really settled, they go off to the ward. It starts again, yeah.
So with some patients on the road to recovery, what about the hospital itself? Sustained by restricting staff holidays, military support, hundreds of redeployments and postponed operations, behind this crisis lies another one.